Hello and welcome to historic Matthews Arena for the 2019 Mayor's Cup Youth Hockey Tournament. We've got the Pee Wee AA Championship between Hyde Park and Charlestown. Group of 11 and 12-year-olds. This group a little bit older, a little bit more skilled, and a really fun matchup between two of the dominant programs in the Mayor's Cup.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, these two teams are synonymous with championships here when it comes to Mayor's Cup Youth Hockey. So here at Matthews Arena, I expect a dogfight here tonight.
When you talk about Matthews Arena, it's not only one of the most historic venues in all of Boston, it's one of the most historic venues in America when you talk about sporting history. The Celtics played here. You talked about the circus earlier. Of course, the Northeastern University Huskies on the basketball side and the hockey side. A chance for some of these youths to leave a little bit of history of their own in this contest.
Yeah, no question. Anytime you play in a college hockey rink such as Northeastern Matthews Arena here on the campus of Northeastern University, or even on BC or BU or wherever, Warrior Ice Arena, it's always a big thrill to skate here on the big stage. And of course, when Arlen Showstack Productions is here, it makes it that much better.
You're watching ASPN HD. We'd like to take a moment to shout out our sponsors, Boston Parks and Recreation, Boston Bruins Foundation, and P&G Gillette. We'll take a break and be back with the opening puck drop from today's contest.
Honey, what I think you need is a socket wrench.
I played JV basketball.
I'm sorry. I don't think it looks right.
This is good, and it's all good, baby.
Is it really all good?
If you love me enough to routinely test your handyman skills, not to mention the strength of your marriage, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
I'm gonna call my dad.
Welcome back to Matthews Arena for the Pee Wee AA Championship between the Charlestown Townies and Hyde Park Eagles. We'd like to take a moment to thank Boston Parks and Recreation with support from presenting sponsor Boston Bruins Foundation and additional support from P&G Gillette. Got a very great game ahead of us between Charlestown and Hyde Park, and the first thing that stands out to me is just the size of these rosters. My name is Seth Dorensky, joined by Alan Siegel. It looks like we should have a little bit more rested legs in this third game of the day between a pair of rosters that have a lot of skaters and looks like a lot of talent as well.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. A lot of depth as well.
Charlestown in the red uniforms with the blue trim and the white numbers. On the opposite side, Hyde Park looks like mini Boston College Eagles in their white uniforms with the maroon and gold trim. It's Charlestown going from left to right with the puck right now, shooting and getting stopped on the first and second effort is Charlestown's Erin Flaherty. Really nice look from one of the girls on this Charlestown side.
Yeah, two great stops right there by the goaltender Colin McDowell. One on the initial shot and then the rebound.
McDowell in net for Hyde Park on the opposite side. Charlestown will go with Andreas J. It's flipped out back into the Hyde Park end. Hyde Park able to win it and brings it into the zone with Ethan Johnston. Johnston's tied up, and picking it up once again is Charlestown. Charlestown a little bit smaller with some of their players, but they with a lot of speed. Thomas Temple from behind his own net goes D-to-D on the stretch pass. They're able to find Langston Coyle. The Charlestown with the breakup, and JoJo O'Neill goes the other way for it with Hyde Park. Now it's James Sullivan with a little bit of speed, can't quite hold on. They fight for it along the blue line, and it's pushed into the Hyde Park defensive end and right back across. A lot of play in the neutral zone thus far here in the first 2 minutes. Handling the puck for Charlestown is Connor Woods. He's dispossessed of the puck but gets some help along the near side. Centering feed finds an Eagle, at least for a moment, and coming over to get it is Will Sutton. Sutton centers it for Detroit's. Detroit's with it along the near circle. He whiffs on the shot, battling there with Luke Stacy. Puck is still loose, and another save for Colin McDougall, this time in tight.
Yeah, great scoring opportunity again by Charlestown. Puck was sitting there, and before you know, no one took the puck carrier, and she got a great opportunity to score, but another great save by McDowell.
Aaron Flaherty had the first two good looks of the game for Charlestown, as we've yet to see a shot on target thus far from Hyde Park. Hyde Park just trying to get out of their own zone at this point, and Flaherty able to keep it in alongside help from Colin Kyle. Just out of the reach there of Joe Nealon, and it'll be dumped back in by Connor Woods. For Hyde Park, it's Michael Remus. Remus getting help from Ryan, and it'll come back out of the zone. This is where the majority of the play has been in the early going. Nealon gains the zone and will dump it down low, allowing his forwards to attack the puck. Working with it there is James Tucker, but he overskates it along with the Charlestown player. Coming over to get it is Remus. His attempted clearance doesn't quite get out, and it'll be dumped in along the near boards. 9:27 to go in a scoreless first period. Hyde Park looking for their first shot of the game. Brendan Ryan gains the zone, but there's three Charlestown players in front of him, including Connor Woods, the man with the puck. Woods cycles it nicely along the boards, able to find Annie Driscoll. Now it's Flaherty, Aaron Flaherty with another look. Her shot is denied, and the rebound pops up and behind the net. It's been the play of Flaherty and Driscoll that have really stood out here in the early going. The two girls have combined for 4 shots here in the opening 5+ minutes. Joe Nealon, diminutive in stature but strong with the puck, all the way into the zone with a quick shot, and Max Haskell is denied. Shots are now 5-0 in favor of Charlestown. And that was a nice job by Haskell, just following up the puck after Nealon did most of the hard work. Haskell's tripped up right at center ice, and we're going to get a tripping call. It'll be Ethan Johnston, and a chance for Charlestown, already off to a hot start, to maybe capitalize.
Yeah, right now Charlestown's using everybody. They're really passing the puck really well tonight and getting some great scoring opportunities, but they just cannot beat the goaltender, McDougal.
Charlestown coached by Joe Flaherty and Rob Tadewitz. They fight to get the puck into the zone, and that's a pretty easy offsides call, as the player ahead of the puck was right in front of the referee as well. And they'll look to win the face-off. Already 20 seconds gone by with the running clock here on the 90-second penalty to Ethan Johnston. They'll have to retreat back into their own end. This best defense right now for Hyde Park is just keeping it in the Charlestown zone. Nyland ahead for Haskell, and goes all the way forward for Tadewitz. There's a shot from distance, easy glove save from McDougal, probably his easiest save of the game. And another stoppage and a whistle, and this will probably kill off the majority of what time is left on this man advantage, down to 30 seconds to go on the man advantage, 7:12 to go in the first period.
Right now Charlestown can't get control of the puck to get the offensive opportunities here on this first power play.
Yeah, just the one shot. Really haven't been able to set up in the zone and get anything going. Here's a rare chance for Hyde Park to break out of the zone with speed and numbers. The feed across goes off the Charlestown player before it can make its way over to Caden Brown. We've got an offsides, and that will do it for the man advantage. So back to 5-on-5 hockey. A good kill from Hyde Park, who gives up just the one shot attempt.
Yeah, and that shot was from far out, so pretty easy save by McDougal on the only power play opportunity. But it's 6-0 in shots, so Hyde Park better pick up the skating if they want to keep this game close.
Well, Alan, the nice thing about shots is doesn't always mean that you're going to outscore your opponent if you have a big shot advantage, if you can ride a hot goalie, and that's what Colin McDougal has been. He's been able to deny all 6 of the shot attempts, just hoping to give his team a little bit of a spark as they've struggled in the early going. JoJo O'Neill into the zone, dishes it off for Caden Brown. Brown for the far side has a big size advantage, but is struggling to keep hold of it against Will Sutton. Sutton finally gets to tip it away. Charlestown able to break out, and they've got a mini 2-on-1 chance. The long feed across finds Driscoll. Driscoll battling with it, goes back to the point, and unable to keep it in was Adam Whitney. Whitney now loses the puck, and it's JoJo O'Neill. 2 defensemen back. O'Neill able to skate through both of them, but finally loses the puck, and now with speed, It's Adam Whitney. Whitney shot from the slot, easy glove save, and McDougal have to do better to beat him. He has been really confident here in the first 8 minutes of this game.
Two things on that last sequence there. JoJo O'Neal intercepts the puck, gets an offensive scoring opportunity, but he gets broken up. Instead of coming back and skating hard, he kind of gives up a little bit. Now, maybe he was tired, I'm not sure. But then it enables Charlestown to get an offensive scoring opportunity in which McDougal made a glove save.
Well, it's so hard at this level to maybe identify like you'd see at a higher level, a college or an NHL level. Okay, if the defenseman steps forward, a forward's got to fill in. Maybe a little bit of a lack of communication on the part of Hyde Park on that particular instance, as it's James Tucker who will dump it in for Hyde Park. Still looking for that first shot of the game on target, as there's a look from distance that goes in from the point, deflected off a Charlestown player, and it's going to be Connor Morton who gives Hyde Park a 1-0 lead on their first shot of the game.
Well, first shot of the game, it doesn't have to be straight. It looked like a Phil Negro knuckleballer. Yes, right, I'm throwing in old names again. But it looked like a knuckleball, and it really handcuffed the goaltender in one shot, one goal, and Hyde Park has the 1-0 lead after they've been getting dominated throughout this whole first period.
Another shot from distance, an easy glove save for McDougal on the look from to do it, although he'll drop it this time. Typically he's been holding on. It might lead to a Hyde Park chance. A little bit of speed as Connor Woods has two defensemen back, holds them off. Woods shot and a glove save from Andreas J. Andres saw his first shot on that deflected shot that was difficult to stop. That's a big save to keep this game at 1-0.
That was a tough save too, great save with the glove.
Charlestown trying to get back into the zone, trying to create a chance. His two players get tangled up. Hyde Park comes away with the puck. Almost 10 minutes gone by, and what happened is scoreless first period before the shot from distance from Connor Martin deflects off a Charlestown defenseman and in. And it's Hyde Park, a 1-0 lead despite having just one shot on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they got their first shot from the point. It hit a player in front, bounced around a little bit, looked like a little pinball action, but it found the corner of the net, and it's 1-0.
Charlestown wins the faceoff, but very little behind the shot from Aaron Flaherty. And right now we're seeing a hot goaltender in McDougal. It's going to make it a little bit more difficult on Charlestown. Yes, they're getting the shots, but they need to get maybe a little higher quality of shots, test the goaltender a bit more, maybe even move the puck a little bit more before shooting it at McDougal, who's been red hot to start this game. Charlestown wins it back. It's Flaherty who is one of the better skaters, able to hold off the defenseman, and now it's a 3-on-1. Flaherty will keep it herself. Flaherty shot and a blocker save, moving laterally to deny Flaherty was McDougal.
Well, Flaherty, first of all, using her body to keep the defenseman off at bay, and using her size and strength there, and then she got a great shot off. But again, McDougal, Johnny on the spot with another great save.
Well, we've already seen a Charlestown team take home a championship in the 2019 Mayor's Cup tournament. Here's a shot from distance and the glove save from McDougal. I think that Aaron Flaherty could probably be a star going forward for Charlestown on the girls' side. That U14 team winning a tournament earlier today at Matthews Arena. Really impressive play from number 6 in red, blue, and white.
Yeah, she looks really good. But I'll tell you, McDougal, he's on fire right now.
High shot that went into the face mask. We've got an offside on Charlestown.
Good Charlestown, you keep doing what you're doing. You keep getting the offensive opportunities, keep shooting the puck at the net. Eventually something's going to go in, just like the Hyde Park goal.
Puck is pushed forward, bouncing around and able to keep it in there is Driscoll. Driscoll from the slot has her shot knocked away. James Tucker stepping in front of it. Charlestown, though, keeps it in the zone with about a minute to go in the period. They'll dump it down low and a through the legs centering feed. Doesn't get enough behind it, but impressive work there from Will Sutton. Love the confidence on that Charlestown youngster. They keep the puck alive. It's Whitney. Whitney backhand feed, skitters wide. 50 seconds to go in the period. Puck is still alive. Pushed out to the blue line. Whitney's shot tipped wide, well wide of the net, fortunately, there for Hyde Park, because they've already seen a deflection go their way and scoring their lone goal of the game. It's Sutton cycling it around with 30 seconds to go. Have to be tired legs for both of these groups. They've been out there a while in the Hyde Park defensive zone. Coming up with it is Driscoll. Driscoll shot through traffic, sticked away there by Tucker. Back out to the blue line for Whitney, who's been very active. Whitney shot through a lot of traffic and somehow stopped by McDougal. Now a second look from Sutton, but it goes into the stick of a defenseman with 5 left. What a brilliant stop from McDougal to keep this game at 1-0, and that is how the first period will end. Alan, that is one of the better saves I can confidently say you'll see all tournament. What a look through a lot of traffic, and McDougal able to make the point-blank save at the last possible second.
Well, McDougal's been unbelievable. I'm going to start calling him Big Mac out there because he definitely looks like a Big Mac in the net. Not, physically. I'm just saying in net. He's playing big tonight in the goaltending situation. I mean, he had, 12 shots on net in that first period by Charlestown, and yet they don't have a goal yet, and thanks to him and his goaltending play.
Shots 12-2 in favor of Charlestown. Alan, when you take a moment to look at it, Charlestown should be the team that's confident, but they trail by a goal. Do you see any major adjustments coming from the Townies?
No, not at all. I mean, the one thing that they have to kind of work on is, or at least think about maybe, is to just keep doing what they're doing. Keep getting the shots on net. Eventually something's going to go through. Now, if you're the coach for Charlestown, you just don't want to let them get too discouraged on this, on the offensive opportunities. And if you're Hyde Park, you got to pick up the skating. You got to get the puck down low and then try to cycle the puck and then get some more shots on net.
We'll take a quick break and be back with the second period here from Matthews Arena.
When I was 10, my mom got deported. We had a difficult time, and I feel that's why I didn't get to finish school. My husband is really supportive in a way that he pushed me to go back to school.
She wants to have a career so her kids can look up to her.
They both keep me motivated to go to school, and they see that if I do it, they can do it too, I feel that everything's possible.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back to Matthews Arena for the second period of the Pee Wee AA Championship between the Charlestown Townies and Hyde Park Eagles. It's Hyde Park leading 1-0 despite being outshot 12-2 in the first 13 minutes as Hyde Park will go from left to right here in period number 2. Charlestown loses the puck in the neutral zone. Working with it there is Hyde Park's Thomas Temple. Thus far, it's from the play of Colin McDougal that's been the difference as he has made 12 saves, and the lone goal coming from Connor Morton on a shot that was deflected from the point off a Charlestown player into their own net. Here's a rare look for Hyde Park, and Jay makes the save from the top of the slot. So a better start for Hyde Park. It took them almost 10 minutes to get their first shot of the game in the first period, and a shot here in the opening 30 seconds in the second.
Yeah, it was a good little pass there, and a good quick shot as well for Hyde Park. Good save by Jay, though.
Faceoff is won by Flaherty. Flaherty with good speed. She's one of the top skaters on this Charlestown team. Quick shot blocker save from McDougal from a difficult angle. Hyde Park will go the other way with it with the goal scorer Martin. Martin looking to get his way past the defenseman. Lots of contact, and we've got a call from the near side referee. I'm going to guess this will go on Charlestown, but let's wait and see.
Yeah, probably a holding or a hook. Or maybe they're both going, no?
Yeah, there was some pushing and shoving. I think it was Martin and Woods, and it looks like Woods will be the lone guy to go.
So he'll get a penalty for interference, and we'll see what Hyde Park can do on the power play opportunity here.
Charlestown 0 for 1 in the first period. Only had the one shot. Minute 30 into the second period, and we'll see Hyde Park go up a man for a minute 30. Running clock, so the PK has already started before the puck is dropped. Charlestown is just trying to get out of the zone. You figure they'll probably be a little bit less aggressive, but that's what I think, and maybe I'm not right. Hard into the zone with speed is Charlestown's Nathan Maney, wearing number 7. All the way back out top to the point, and the shot gets knocked down. But Hyde Park will just be content to send it out into the neutral zone where it's picked up by Charlestown. Quick move from Whitney to bring it in, and he'll provide some forecheck pressure as Charlestown looks to potentially score a goal shorthanded. Out to the blue line, controlled by Nealon, who shot through distance, and a second effort on the rebound there by DeTuitz is somehow stopped by McDougal. He took that puck out of midair, knocked it down, and took a look after the shot from the point of it knocked down by the defenseman. Got a stoppage, and it's going to be a cross-check on Hyde Park, so we'll go 4-on-4 for about 30 seconds. But, again, your man Big Mac coming up with a big save.
No question about it. Big Mac again, puck in front of the net, knocked it down, made a great turnaround shot, but he had the stick down flat, the paddle down. Another great save.
James Sullivan goes to the box for a minute 30 for forechecking. Charlestown is going to get the player back right now, so they'll immediately go on the power play in the offensive zone, no less. That's a pretty nice advantage. So a minute and 20 of 5-on-4 action for Charlestown, who had a great first period. Haven't been able to translate that as much into the second, and now a chance for a 3-on-2 rush. Overskating the puck a bit there was James Tucker, who's one of the tallest players in this contest. Really towers over Joe Nealon of Charlestown, who has the puck right now, is one of the smallest players. Nealon with it and speed into the zone. Nealon, though, stripped of the puck by a Hyde Park defenseman and right back into the zone. Be pushed out to center ice. 45 seconds left to go on the man advantage for Charlestown, looking to score their first goal of the game against Colin McDougal and this Hyde Park team in an offside call against the Townies.
Yeah, too much dipsy-do right there. You had a potential 3-on-2 odd-man rush right there, but instead of just driving it into the offensive zone and then setting it up, he's doing a little dipsy-do at the blue line and it forced the offside.
Is there ever a right amount of dipsy-do?
Yeah, absolutely. There's obviously there's lots of dipsy-doos. Absolutely.
Charlestown gains the zone with 10 seconds left on the power play. Attempted centering feed, and the quick look maybe catches the toe there at McDougal off the effort from Flaherty. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey, 8.5 to go in this second period, all the way out to the blue line, and a shot, maybe pass, finds its way below the goal line where it's picked up by Hyde Park. The outlet pass knocked down by Charlestown, and it's controlled in their own end by Whitney. Whitney from behind his own net, able to find a teammate on a stick-to-stick pass and ahead for Aaron Flaherty. Flaherty going 1v3, stripped of the puck, and it'll be kept in the zone by Charlestown. Good job by some of the defensemen to press forward. Centering feed is kicked away, picked up by Max Haskell. Centering feed, and Flaherty, I'm not sure if she got anything on it as the puck went right through the low slot.
She did, but it just went wide.
Puck is pushed out towards the Charlestown defensive end, and they'll dump it back in. We're seeing more of what we saw in the first period, though. Charlestown is doing a good job of pinning Hyde Park in, except here's a player right off the bench who's able to at least tip it into the zone. That's Ethan Johnston. Nearly had a chance for a breakaway. Charlestown has a player battling there with the Hyde Park player, and coming away with it is Flaherty for a moment. Will be pushed out to the Northeastern University Huskies logo here at Matthews Arena. Centering feed, bounces around, and it's picked up, and a chance for a breakaway for Will Sutton. Sutton has two defensemen behind him. Sutton shoots, and a glove save by McDougal. What a stop, and his teammates are going to come and give him a hug and a dab. That was a huge play by Colin McDougal to deny Will Sutton.
Big Mac once again coming up huge. Breakaway from Sutton coming in. He decides to take the shot, and McDougal makes the glove save, and now they're switching goaltenders as Liam Sullivan now comes in to play net.
Yeah, with the two goalies, you always expect a goalie split. Well, Colin McDougal did his job, and what a way to end his turn in goal, making an unbelievable save. That was a really good shot from Sutton. Glove side, but high. It wasn't an easy save in any way, and now Liam Sullivan will try to do what McDougal did and shut down this Charlestown offense.
And now if you're Charlestown, you might go, all right, he's out of the net. Now we might have an opportunity to score, but we'll see.
Yeah, the difficult part about this running clock is that Sullivan didn't have a chance to warm up between the first and second periods. He's been cold for a while, hasn't warmed up since before the game started, although I'm sure he's done this before, so we'll see how Liam does after McDougal played oh so well. Hyde Park forces the turnover, 2-on-1 chance just out of the reach of McKenna on the feed from Johnston. That was nearly the best look of the game for Hyde Park, who scored their lone goal on a deflection on a shot from the point. Tucker will send it down low, but it's knocked down by a Charlestown defenseman. Tucker with the second chance, and he doesn't get much behind the rolling puck. Kept in by Hyde Park, one of their better periods of sustained possession. Puck bounces there on Colin Kyle, who was looking to break the other way. And Hyde Park will keep it in the zone. That McDougal save has seemed to kind of turn the momentum in this game as Hyde Park is getting more possession right now.
Yeah, they definitely have a much better second period. Not a lot of shots on net, but the shots that have been on net, great stops by both goaltenders.
Below the goal line, it's James Sullivan who's unable to keep possession. Attempted pass is broken up and it bounces around where it's picked up by Charlestown. Got an offsides on the Townies, and we'll get a stoppage with 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the second period of what's been a really fun Pee Wee AA championship. Low scoring, but fun game.
Absolutely, yeah. First period dominated by Charlestown, but yet Hyde Park has the goal. They outshot them 12-2 here in the third period. So, second period, it's only 3-1 in shots. But I'll tell you, that one save by McDougal, mark that one down. That could be the difference maker.
Yeah, McDougal, the hero right now. The lone goal scored by Connor Martin on a shot that was shot from the point and then deflected off a Charlestown defenseman into their own goal. Not much that Andres J could do on that one. Charlestown controls in the zone. Shot from distance. First save from Liam Sullivan. Able to push the puck past the post and behind the net. It's a nice confidence booster there for Sullivan as Flaherty, who's been very dangerous, holds off a player, tries to feed it in front, backhand chance and another stop. Sullivan with two looks, puck is loose. Charlestown claiming it's in, Flaherty's battling with it, and Sullivan saying it's in his glove. We finally got a stoppage. I could not tell you where that puck was for most of that scrum.
You know, that scrum, well, yeah, absolutely. The referee was right there. I was looking at him, and he was standing right there on top of the action. So he obviously saw the puck loose. But I'll tell you, Sullivan comes up with two great saves. And right now, Hyde Park, they have the impenetrable defense here in the goaltenders.
Charlestown, still 3 minutes to go in this second period, a chance to score, but denied by Liam Sullivan, who did not play the first half of this contest, but is in to play the final half, and he's already made a name for himself as well after coming in for Colin McDougal, who was phenomenal in this contest. Centering feed just behind a Charlestown player darting to the net. Hyde Park just barely able to clear the zone by a matter of inches. It's Flaherty darting her way through the center of the ice from the top of the slot, trying to get a shot off, finally broken up. Good stick work from Thomas Temple. Take the puck off of Flaherty's stick there as she was looking to get that first goal of the day for Charlestown. Jacob McKenna with it for a moment for Hyde Park, and now it's a 2-on-1 chance. Near side, shot, score off the shoulder of Sullivan, and Charlestown has tied it up. The Townies able to tie the game, and players come off the bench to congratulate what looks to be Nathan Maney, number 7 in your program.
Yeah, you know, Charlestown, they've been peppering the goaltenders all day long, and finally something breaks through, hit the shoulder of Sullivan, and made it into the top corner of the net to tie this hockey game. But I'll tell you, Charlestown feels like a weight has been lifted off the back.
On the 19th shot of the game for the Townies, they're finally able to tie it at 1-1. The goal from Maney on a nice 2-on-1 rush. On the opposite side, Jay makes what was just his third save of the game on his fourth shot faced, as he was able to keep this game at 1-1 late here in the second period. Still a minute to go for one of these teams to take a lead. Otherwise, well, either way, I think we're in for a very exciting third period. Charlestown skating 3v3, but not a lot of pace or focus here. And now a nice little move, a dipsy-do there from William to do it.
See what I mean?
To keep it in. There's a shot that deflects from the point in wide of the net. Under 30 seconds left. A pair of Charlestown players collide with each other, and it allows Hyde Park to get it back. Luke Stacy with it. Stacy to the near side, finds Johnston. Ethan Johnston pushed off the puck, a little bit of pushing and shoving, and front, off the bottom of the bar and out. Somehow, believe it was Jacob McKenna there, all alone in front, went crossbar and out, and the Hyde Park coaches are still contending that puck was in. That'll do it for the period, but a little bit of controversy there as a late chance for Hyde Park, and really difficult to tell whether or not this game should be 2-1 or not.
Well, first of all, what a play by Johnson. He comes in, he spun around, came in the zone. Defensive play by Charlestown to disrupt the play, but he stayed with it, got the puck towards the net, and then a shot that hit the crossbar and bounced out, and the referee was right there, said no goal, and I think that was a no goal as well. We'll have to take a look on the replay on that, but
we're the
I'll
only
tell
people here at ASPN HD who can actually let you know. Some of the Hyde Park players pointing up at us saying, hey, go to replay.
Yeah, I'd love to do it, but unfortunately, looked like it hit the post. But I'll tell you, finally Charlestown comes back. They tie the game, and we're in for a great third period.
We'll take a quick break and be right back here at Matthews Arena.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a unique mix of all kinds of things.
Come on, Drew, spot on this last one. There it is.
Keep going with it. Leo! They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
Welcome back to Matthews Arena for the third period of the Pee Wee AA Championship game between Charlestown and Hyde Park. It's 1-1 after a late goal in the second period for Charlestown. Tied the game at 1. Hyde Park scored the first goal of this contest late in the first period. Charlestown going from left to right in their red uniforms. Control with Colin Kyle. Kyle centers it for Flaherty, who couldn't quite hold on. Charlestown has a massive shot advantage to this point, leading 19-4 in shots, but it's been the goaltending for Hyde Park that has been a big difference in keeping their team in it. Coming away with the puck there is this Charlestown side. Working with it here is Flaherty. A little bit of a hook, not enough for a call. Flaherty from below the goal line, centering feed at the far post, and the puck trickles behind the net there as she was looking to feed Max Haskell, who had good positioning at the far post.
Yeah, another good pass by Flaherty right there in front of the net, but unfortunately couldn't find anybody.
Charlestown gains the zone, 2v2 here, shot from distance, easy save for Sullivan, who did give up the only goal of the game after coming on for Colin McDougall, but he's already made a handful of saves to keep his team in this game. 11:30 to go. We didn't have a chance to talk about it between periods, but Alan, what are your big keys for each of these sides here in the third?
Well, if you're Charlestown, you just keep up the action, keep up the offensive opportunities, keep shooting the puck on net, keep doing what you're doing. If you're Hyde Park, you have to find a way to get the puck in deep and get some offensive scoring opportunities. Through 2 periods, they've only had 4 shots on net.
But that last shot of the second period, a look that Ethan Johnson did all the work, and we think it was Jacob McKenna in front who was literally just sitting there in front. The puck came to him and he lifted it off the crossbar. Hyde Park contends it was in. Charlestown and the referees are convinced that it wasn't. Either way, might just be a little bit of individual magic there as Sullivan, one individual play that could be the difference for them if their goaltending can continue to be as strong.
Very good point, absolutely. In this level of youth hockey, you never know what's going to happen. A loose puck, a bouncing puck, as you saw with that first goal for Hyde Park, so anything can happen.
Offensive zone draw, Flaherty able to win it back. Charlestown held scoreless for well over 20 minutes. The shot from distance, Sullivan able to knock it away with the right pad. Hyde Park hasn't scored now in over 15 minutes. The centering feed whipped on there by a player in front for Charlestown. Charlestown able to keep it in the zone though. Flaherty from outside the circle into the chest there, hits the eagle on the chest of Sullivan, and he holds on with 10 minutes to go in the third period. And right now it's all Charlestown, just like it was in the first.
Yeah, 4 shots here in this third period, and you're just going to keep doing what you're doing. Get the puck towards the net, and hopefully they can get a bounce or a tip or a deflection or anything.
Connor Woods unable to keep it in. It creates a chance going the other way, but offsides there as Woods came back and was fighting with Hyde Park's Ethan Johnston. Did enough to keep Hyde Park offside there, and they'll get a draw just outside the Charlestown end.
That could have been the break you were talking about Hyde Park getting that one offensive scoring opportunity. Unfortunately, Johnson could not stay onside.
Yeah, I think if you're Hyde Park, you feel like you just need one more. If you're Charlestown, well, with the way that they can generate offense, they feel like they can probably run away with this if they could just see a couple pucks get past these Hyde Park goalies.
Well, if it wasn't for Big Mac, they would have been running away with it right now. But unfortunately, McDougal with a plethora of saves in that first and second period.
And Liam Sullivan did give up the one, but he's played extremely well since coming on midway through the second period. Puck is won there by Flaherty. And it's taken away by Hyde Park. The lead pass, still working with it, is Caden Brown. Brown double teamed and stripped of the puck. Driscoll can't handle it. Working with it is Sutton now. And Charlestown just tries to clear. Able to clear the zone, but not much further. Right back into the zone. And the puck bounces around, and it's picked up by Sutton. Sutton into the zone. A no-look backhand feed for a player along the near side. That was Driscoll. Lost an edge, still able to keep her footing, and she's going to earn a penalty there against Hyde Park.
She lost her edge because the Hyde Park player came in and checked her from behind, and it forces a power play for an interference call and a power play for Charlestown. Charlestown so far 0-for-2 in the power play tonight with one shot. This could be the turning point of the hockey game.
Jojo O'Neill, a minute 30 for the tripping call, and it'll be Charlestown 0-for-2 thus far on the power play, looking to make good. Controlled behind the net by Hyde Park as they're just looking to get it out of the zone. Good step by Charlestown's Joe Nealon. Working with it here is Connor Martin, the goal scorer for Hyde Park. Bouncing puck and a great diving effort to keep it alive for a teammate. Now a shot from distance, and somehow that puck was stopped by Sullivan. There was a player screening his eyes, and he was able to make the save. I'm not sure if they would have counted that. Looked like a possible crease violation, but a great save by Sullivan to keep this game 1-1.
Well, yeah, first of all, Hyde Park, when you get the puck, you got to get rid of that puck. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it out. Charlestown kept it in, and then a great shot from the point, a great screen in front, and even a better save by Sullivan.
To do it, wins the faceoff back to the point, but whiffing on the shot is Adam Whitney. And now with speed the other way is Ethan Johnston, who's a big physical player for this Hyde Park team. 15 seconds left in the man advantage, unable to gain the zone without going offside is Charlestown, and that'll do it. Charlestown likely to go 0-for-3 now on the power play.
They did get that one shot from the point, but they're 0-for-3 with only 2 shots. Of course, these are abbreviated power plays, so these numbers are you take them with a grain of salt, I would assume.
Yeah, the running clock certainly makes it a little bit harder. Any stoppage is pretty hurtful for your chances of scoring a power play goal. Hyde Park able to clear the zone, but it's immediately picked up by Connor Woods. Woods has to wait for his teammates to touch up. And now it's controlled just for a moment by Hyde Park. Loose puck. 3 players there for Charlestown, 2 for Hyde Park, and Charlestown comes away with it for a moment. From the top of the slot, it's a shot from distance that's knocked down.
6-0 in shots here in this third period. for Charlestown.
First period was 12-2, and yet it was Hyde Park leading the game after the first period, 1-0. Long shot from distance, and Sullivan able to slide over and make another save. Since coming on, Sullivan has now made 10 saves on 11 shots. Centering feed nearly found a teammate, but whiffing on the look that time was Cameron Powell. Wide open in the slot. Picking it up here, working with it is Charlestown's number 15. Bouncing off the boards and holding on is Liam Sullivan with 4:38. You got to figure the next goal is going to win this game in the Pee Wee AA Championship.
Yeah, and if Hyde Park's going to do it, they got to figure out a way to get the puck down in the offensive zone somehow, some way. But you know what? You got to give credit to Charlestown. They're skating harder. They're beating everybody to the puck, and then they're getting the offensive opportunities.
Team speed has been a big advantage for Charlestown. They keep the puck in there, pushing around the boards, and giving chase is Charlestown as it's corralled by James Sullivan. Sullivan unable to clear the zone. Also seen Charlestown do a great job of keeping the puck in the zone. Big rebound, and it's poked away. Great poke check by Hyde Park. Skating forward to keep it alive was Connor Woods. And now Hyde Park able to gain the neutral zone, and as far as just the edge of the Charlestown zone before 3 players fall, 1 for Charlestown, 2 for Hyde Park. In the zone now, it's James Sullivan. Sullivan shot from distance, and a rare play for Andres Jay, who makes his first save of the period and gets some big high fives from his teammates. 3:30 to go. That's just the 5th shot that Jay has seen.
Yeah, you know, and of course you get props from your teammates because. But he made the save, came up big.
Shot from distance, rifle just wide off to the one faceoff. Hyde Park has really had no offensive zone time over the last couple of minutes, and now a shot on target and a shot that goes just wide. A pair of promising looks for the Hyde Park Eagles. Couple players battling for it right at the red line, and it's corralled by Hyde Park. 2v3 they go. Near side with it, it's McKenna who centers it just wide. Puck goes off the skates of the referee and helps the Eagles a little bit. Townies trying to get it out of the zone, playing it off the boards, but unable to win it back was Will Sutton as he was tangling with Michael Rebus. 2:30 to go. Will we see overtime in this Pee Wee AA Championship? With speed, it's to do it. Hyde Park breaks it up, trying to get it out of the zone, and they're able to do so. Whitney gives chase just outside his own zone. Backhands a feed out towards center ice that comes right back at it. Sutton picks it up, 3v2 if they harry, just out of the reach there of Driscoll. No icing called. It'll cycle along the far boards. Hyde Park clears the zone. This will come in on Jay, otherwise it would have been icing. Popped up there for a second, and Jay's gonna hold on. Nope, he's gonna give it up as Hyde Park was making a change. Charlestown feeds it ahead for Flaherty, one of the better skaters for Charlestown. Flaherty, though, does not have numbers, and Kyle couldn't handle it. And there's Kyle, a quick shot, and Sullivan makes the save under 90 seconds to go in a tie game, 1-1 in the Pee Wee AA Championship game of the 2019 Mayor's Cup Youth Hockey Tournament here on ASPN HD.
9-2 in shots, and Sullivan had to come across from right to left on that one, on that one-timer.
Hyde Park trying to clear the zone. They've worked so hard in this game defensively to keep Charlestown to just the 1 goal. They've scored the early goal in the first period, late in the first, but the first goal of the game is, Ray doesn't know where it is. It is. Everyone says it's behind him, and they're going to say goal. Ray thought he was covering it up, and instead, the entire Hyde Park fan section screaming it's behind him, and what a turn of events there. Hyde Park, a 2-1 lead with 66 seconds to go. And the goal scorer, I believe, might have been Connor Morton, who scored the first goal of this game.
Yeah, you know, a shot from the point trickled through the legs of the goaltender, Jay.
And
Puck
somehow
was just
sat
sitting there. The referee was right there, didn't blow the whistle, and Martin was right there behind the scenes to Johnny on the spot, put the puck in the net, and give Hyde Park an improbable, and I say improbable, 2-1 lead.
And a minute away from a 2-1 victory. We'll see if Charlestown has anything left in the tank as Hyde Park tries to get a clearance here, pinching forward and not able to get there as the goalie was coming out, and now he's going to have to retreat. With speed, it's Johnston who stripped from behind, and now we will see Ray head to the bench. It's going to be 6-on-5, and Flaherty into the zone. Flaherty with 3 defensemen in front sends a shot in. Sullivan holds on, and the clock stops with 30.3 ticks to go. It'll be 6-on-5. Charlestown needs to pull out all the stops here as they look for a desperation game-tying goal.
Well, here's the key right here. The clock obviously stops. They have to win the faceoff. If they win the faceoff, they have a good opportunity to try to tie this hockey game. But if they don't win the faceoff, then Hyde Park could potentially dump it down the length of the ice.
Well, Tadewitz is in the faceoff dot for Charlestown, doesn't win it. Stepping forward and clearing the zone, a ginormous play there by Hyde Park's Jacob McKenna. 20 seconds to go. Charlestown has to go the length of the ice. They play it off the boards. Flaherty able to get around 1 defenseman, but 2 were back. Chance to skate out the clock. It's Remus. Will cycle it around with 10. Puck comes all the way around, and it's tipped away. Charlestown, do they have one last desperation effort? Centering feed goes behind the net, and that will do it. Behind excellent goaltending and timely scoring, Hyde Park, an improbable winner in the Pee Wee AA Championship, outshot by more than 4-1, and yet it's the Eagles who come out on top of the Townies in a fantastic title game at the Pee Wee AA level.
Yeah, no question about it. What a hockey game this turned out to be. You have to give star 1A and 1B to the goaltenders, McDougall and Sullivan. They kept Charlestown at bay. I mean, they got totally outplayed, outshot, and just everything went Charlestown's way. But 2 breaks is all they needed to come away with the championship as Hyde Park stuns Charlestown in this championship here tonight.
And I love that move from McDougall, pushing Liam Sullivan to the front of the line. A big adage in sports is defense wins championships. Well, goaltending won the championship today for Hyde Park. Colin McDougall and Liam Sullivan combined to allow just 1 goal, despite giving up nearly 30 shots in the contest. And a terrific showing from the Hyde Park Eagles, who were able to hold off a very strong Charlestown side. Some frustrated Townies on the far side, but just a terrific game and a really nice showing from these 2 sides. This is what you want to see, a competitive game. Good offense, good defense, good goaltending. We saw it all at this Pee Wee AA level.
Yeah, we certainly did. You know, Charlestown, they shouldn't be hanging their heads because they gave it everything they had and the kitchen sink. Unfortunately, Big Mac in the net, Colin McDougall and Liam Sullivan, the dynamic duo, they held their ground, held the fort, and enabled Hyde Park to steal a victory here tonight.
And a victory they deserved, because they clearly had their own game plan. Charlestown wanted to move the puck. They skated well. They had good offense. But for this Hyde Park side, it was about defense. It was about making the plays, and 2 timely goals. The first off a deflection, the second one following it up. So often a lot of players will stop playing to the whistle because they think, oh, the goalie covered it up. Their fans let them know, and I believe it was Barton who scored both goals. Not quite sure about the second one, but right time, right place, and that was enough for Hyde Park to win a championship. We'll take a quick break and wrap it up here on ASBN HD.
Oh, look, a redhead.
Staring contest.
You still got it.
I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Welcome back for the final time from this very exciting Pee Wee AA championship. Hyde Park a 2-1 winner over Charlestown, scoring the game-winning goal in the final 90 seconds despite being outshot 30-8. My name is Seth Ransky, joined by Alan Siegel, and it was goaltending, and more goaltending, the story for Hyde Park in the win.
Well, you know what they say, goaltending, defense and goaltending win championships, and they certainly did here tonight. The dynamic duo of Colin McDougall and Liam Sullivan. I mean, they were like the Great Wall of China out there. I mean, unbelievable. Save after save. And, you know, Charlestown, they gave it everything they had. But I'll tell you, the goaltending was the story here tonight.
The two goalies split time, 29 saves on the game for those two goalies. They were outshot 30-8, but it wasn't enough. On the opposite side for Charlestown, really consistent effort, but just couldn't do enough against those two. And then two frustrating goals to give up. The one shot up from the point that was deflected in, and then the shot just behind Andres Ray. Not the goaltender's fault, couldn't find it, and it just stayed alive for long enough to be tipped in.
Yeah, you know, when you win a hockey game, it doesn't have to be pretty. All it has to do is score more goals than the other team. That's what Hyde Park did tonight. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't probably their best effort. But they found a way to get the 2 goals to win the game, 2-1. And if you're Charlestown, you're frustrated, but you got to pick yourselves up and move on. Hyde Park, you got to build on it, but you got to find a way to get some legs and some more offensive opportunities.
We'd like to take a moment to give a shout out to our sponsors, Boston Parks and Recreation, Boston Bruins Foundation, and P&G Gillette. And of course, you're watching ASPN HD. You can rewatch the game whenever you want on ASPNHD.com or on YouTube, ASPN HD. That'll do it from the Pee Wee AA Championships as it's Hyde Park squeaking past Charlestown 2-1.